get started. Gary.
Kevin, Gabe came in and said that he thought the outing was much improved for you. He said your mechanics looked a lot better. Did it feel that way mechanically tonight?
Yeah, I really felt like everything was kind of back to what it was, a couple starts ago. And so definitely encouraging going forward, really just, one pitch to Alonso, a good hitter. And, it was just too much of a strike in that situation. And, he's a good hitter.
Did you feel like the splitter command picked up as the game went on? It looked like there were more awkward swings in kind of the middle innings there for you.
Yeah, really, I thought from the get-go I was throwing some really good ones. To be honest, it's just a matter of if they're going to swing at them or not. So, when I'm throwing those good strike-the-ball ones, it's just, I just got to kind of keep going and use my changeup to throw it for a strike, and then, then usually kind of chase after that. But, I thought Buster called a great game, and it was from the get-go. It was a huge team win. Everybody contributed. Dick had a huge night. Ruff came up big. Buster kind of got us going there in the fifth, and obviously Kris Bryant coming up with the 2 home runs, and Belt hitting his too. It was just everybody really contributed. It was a real team effort tonight.
Thank you.
And Andy.
Hey, Kevin, I think one thing you'd like to look a little deeper in the game, but I think the Mets fouled off 16 fastballs alone. Was that just a credit to them and having some good plate coverage tonight, or what would you chalk that up to?
Yeah, I think it was a mixture of, me maybe getting in some hitters counts and them also doing a good job of fouling off some really good executed fastballs up. I thought really from the get-go, that was the difference tonight for me, was I was able to really pound the top of the strike zone and get strikes called up there as well. And so, I thought they did a good job of just, fouling good pitches off.
And then what are your thoughts on Craw's extension and that news, and knowing that management has said that they want to try to keep as much of this group together, and certainly you're a big part of that?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. I think, everybody here, I think, hoped that he would be a Giant for life. And, he's at least going to be here for, 2 more years. And so, I don't think there's anybody better at shortstop. And, what he's done for the Giants franchise, I think, speaks for itself. So to have a guy like him, at the cornerstone, at the shortstop position, what you're going to get is huge for an organization. And, I'm really happy for, for him and for his family.
And have you always been a Pink Floyd fan?
No, I actually kind of got into them last year, just kind of being on the West Coast. I was like, I want to kind of look into some weird music. And, I had this walkout in Atlanta, but didn't really know much about Pink Floyd, and kind of hopped more into, rock and roll and that kind of music since I've been out here.
And the specific choice of that song have any meaning for you?
I don't know. I just think it's such a cool intro with, the cash register, and it just fires me up every time I hear it.
Cool. All right. Thanks.
Let's go to Maria.
Hey, Kevin, what kind of lift do you think that Bryant has given you guys since he joined you at the trade deadline?
Oh, he's been huge, not just, in the batter's box, but in the field, being able to play right field, left field, third base. He can really kind of hop around, play wherever you want him to play, but I think from day one, just, him walking in the clubhouse, a guy who is, another guy in the clubhouse who's, won a World Series championship. And so, that experience, along with, the MVP and then, Rookie of the Year, all those accolades, I think everybody just really respected him even before he walked in the door. And, I think he's done a good job of, keeping everybody on his side.
All right, we'll go to Danny.
Hey, Kevin. So I read that after starts, you don't like to ice your arm. You instead like to go on runs the next day. So I was just wondering, do you have any plan on how long you want to run, how many miles, where you like to go, anything like that tomorrow?
Well, I kind of had to change my routine, so now I bike the day after, just because it doesn't beat me up as much. But yeah, I used to run all the time. But now it's just, usually a 20, 25-minute bike ride. I use the blood flow restriction machine, and it kind of makes it a lot harder than just 25 minutes. And so that's kind of my routine.
When did you make that change from running to biking?
Really, solely probably last year. But before that, I was constantly running out on the field.
Got it. Thank you.
All right, we'll go to Steve.
Kevin, kind of following up what Andy was asking. I don't know if you were still in the dugout in the 7th inning when Brandon hit the RBI triple, but after he did, the fans were chanting MVP. And I asked this to Gabe as well. Are the fans wrong?
No, I mean, I think he is definitely in the running. I think he's in the conversation, and what he's done for the team, at the position that he plays, playing as much as he plays, facing lefties, facing righties. What he's done this year is really been remarkable. And I'm glad that he's on our team and that we get to watch it every night.
Thank you.
That's all we have. Thank you, Kevin.
Yep.
Carrie, start us off.
Gabe, we saw a ton of hard contact from Kris over the last week or so. Do you
Yeah.
feel like a night like this was coming for him?
Well, he was close, and even some of the balls that he was striking in the air, he's either just off the end or maybe just a tiny bit in on him. But he had really good aggressive passes and kind of knew that a quality game like this was coming for him. He really drove the baseball tonight, and we needed it. It's great.
Knowing how tough this Mets pitching staff can be, the bullpen, they use some of their premium guys tonight. When you look up and you see 7 at the end of the game for the runs that you guys had, does that tell you how deep your offense is and kind of how relentless it is?
Yeah, I mean, I felt really good about our lineup against Rich Hill. Rich Hill's a quality veteran major leaguer that's been good for a really long time, but I felt good about the lineup we put out there against him, and he was able to handle us pretty well. And then the Mets did go to their quality right-handed arms, and they used loop as well. And I understand why they do that. They have a pretty high-powered offense, so I think they're trying to stay in the game, hang around long enough to make a push. They were able to do that there at the end with the Villar homer on Raj, which I thought was really interesting. Rogers just hasn't given up damage on that pitch to left-handed hitters, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the first home run that he's given up in his major league career on a slider to a left-handed hitter. So, and I thought he executed it very well up and in. Villar just put like a really good swing on it. But yeah, I just want to reinforce that with Raj because he pitched really well. And I know you didn't ask me about it, but I'll shift to Gausman quickly. He also pitched very well. This was the best we've seen him in quite some time. The fastball had a ton of life on it, and obviously the velocity was up. And then I thought the split was much better. His mechanics were good. He's really downhill and staying through the baseball. So, and whenever you guys are ready, I'll talk about our bullpen as well because that was pretty good with Alvarez and Waddy.
Well, I'll let someone else handle that. Thanks.
Sorry, guys, that was a lot. Kind of got lost there. Sorry.
Steve?
Yeah, Gabe, after Brandon's triple there in the 7th inning, the fans were chanting MVP. Are they wrong?
He definitely he should be right in the conversation. He's just been good on both sides of the ball all year long. Very consistent, very dependable, driving the ball, extra bases, singles, big moments. He's come up huge for us time and time again. And I'm biased. I see him every day, but I definitely think he belongs in this conversation.
All right, others? Once? All right, Carrie.
Yes.
Hey, Gabe, I'll ask you about the bullpen. Jose Alvarez has been unscored upon in 27 of his last 28 appearances. How does he induce the soft contact that he seemingly gets so easily?
Little deception, definitely command. He knows where the ball's going, and I think he changes speeds very well. He uses all 3 of his pitches effectively, and so on top of the the points that you made, Kerry, I would say that he's come in some very difficult spots where he's needed that soft contact. He's needed strikeouts. And we've used Alvarez to clean up messes, and he's done a tremendous job.
Thank you.
That's all we have. Thank you, Gabe.
Great, thanks.